Hi soulmates, I welcome you all back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm showing you guys how to make this stylish alternate dress with bubble gathers. So if you're new here, you're highly welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and also share for more videos. And to my turn subscribers, thank you guys for your support. I appreciate your effort. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into the pattern drafting. So here's my pattern. First, I'll go ahead and mark out my shoulder to bust point, my shoulder to under bust, my shoulder to waist of my front, and then from the waistline I came down by 6.5 inches for the basque effect. Okay, my shoulder to bust, under bust to waist, and then my back line. After that, I'll go ahead and connect them together on a straight line this way. So next, I'll go ahead and mark out half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8. From that point, I came down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. From the 1 inches, I came down by 8 inches for my armhole. So next, I'll go ahead and connect from my shoulder slope down to my armhole this way. Next, I'll go ahead and chalk down my basic neck width of 3 inches. And I'll connect it down to my shoulder slope this way. So next, I'll go ahead and measure what I have from the shoulder to my armhole point. I'll mark it out here also. Then I'll connect a straight line, which will be my chest line, okay? So here I have my chest line, my bust line, my under bust line, my waistline, and then my basque line, okay? So next, I'll go ahead and divide my armhole into 2, get the midpoint. From the midpoint, I'll come in by 0.5. Then I'll go ahead and connect it this way to the upper part. Next, I'll divide my bust circumference by 4. My bust circumference divided by 4, I'll mark it down. Then I'll use my curve rule to connect it this way. And this is what I have, okay? So next, I'll go ahead and chalk down half of my nipple to nipple measurement. Nipple to nipple is 8 inches divided by 2. I have 4. I'll mark it down. Then I'll connect a straight line this way. Next, on both sides of my waist and under bust line, I'll come out on both sides by 0.5. Okay. Now connect it on a straight line this way. So next, I'll use my curve rule to connect it to my bust point this way. Next, from the waistline, I'll come down by 4 inches. Then I'll connect it down this way. And this is what I have. Okay. So next thing is to impute my body measurement. My bust divided by 4, I'll mark it down. My under bust divided by 4 plus this 1 inches that I will place it back. My waist divided by 4 plus this 1 inches that I will place it back. So over here, I'll be making use of my hip circumference divided by 4, okay? Then I'll use my ruler to connect them together this way. And this is what I have, okay? So next, for my neck depth, I'm making use of 3 inches. Okay, you can make use of 2.5 inches. Then I'll connect it this way. So next, I'm making use of a side dart. From the bust line, I came down by 1 inches. For your side dart, is the difference between your shoulder to waist of your back and that of the front, okay? So mine is 1 inches, and I'll connect it to my bust point this way. So this part is going out, okay? So next, I'll go ahead and connect from my bust point to my armhole. I'll curve it up this way. And this is what I have, okay? So next, on my neckline, I'll go in by 1.5 inches. From this part, I'll mark out 1.5 inches this way. And then from the chest line, I'll come down by 1 inches. And I'll go ahead and connect it together this way, following what we have on the picture on our thumbnail. Okay. If it's not okay by you, you can go ahead and readjust, okay, until you get what you want. And this is what we have, okay. So next, from the side of our waistline, I came down by 2 inches. Now go ahead and connect it down to my bust line. And this is what we have, okay. So this is all for the front part. Next thing is to cut it out. Just watch what I am doing. Then open up your side dart and close it up. Then reconnect, okay. Go ahead and reconnect it this way, then cut it out. And this is what we have for the front part. Please make sure you add those another ones in between and also by the side, okay. So let's go back to the back pattern. So here's my back pattern. I left 2 inches by the side for my zipper allowance, okay. So I'll go ahead and mark out my shoulder to bust point, and then my shoulder to waist of my back, which is 17. My shoulder to waist of my front is 18, okay. So from the waistline, I came down by 6.5 inches for the bust effect. My bust line. After that, I'll go ahead and connect a straight line this way. So next, I'll go ahead and mark it down, my bust, my waist, and then my bust line. Next, I'll go ahead and chalk down half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8. From that point, I'll come down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. From the 1 inches, I'll come down by 8 inches for my armhole. Next, I'll go ahead and connect from my shoulder slope down to my armhole. So next, I'll go ahead and measure what I have here. I have 9. I'll mark it out here also. Then I'll connect a straight line, which will be my chest line, okay? So here's my chest line. So next, I'll chalk down my basic neck width of 3 inches. And the neck depth for the back, I'll be making use of 1 inches. This is just for a guide, okay? This is just for a guide. Then I'll connect my necklines together this way. So next, I'll go ahead and divide my armhole into 2, get the midpoint. From the midpoint, I'll come in by 0.5. And I'll go ahead and connect it this way to the upper part. Next, I'll divide my bust circumference by 4 and I'll mark it down. Okay. Then I'll use my curve rule to connect it this way. Next, I'll go ahead and chalk down half of my nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple is 8 inches divided by 2. I have 4. I'll mark it down. Then after that, I'll connect a straight line this way. Next, on both sides of my waistline, I'll come out on both sides by 0.5. Then I'll connect it to my bust point. And from the waistline, I'll come down by 4 inches. Then I'll connect it down this way. Next thing is to impute my body measurements, okay? My bust divided by 4, I'll mark it down. My waist divided by 4, I'll mark it down. Plus this 1 inch start, I'll replace it back. Here, I'm making use of my hip circumference divided by 4. After that, I'll go ahead and connect them together this way. Connect it down this way. And this is what I have, okay? So next, from the waistline, I came down by 2 inches. And from the center line of my back, I came down by 5.5, okay? For the back part, I make use of 6.5 as my bust. That's for the front, okay? I made use of 6.5, but here I'm making use of 5.5, okay? I don't want the back backs to be too long. Then I'll connect it down this way from the waistline. And this is what I have, okay? So now I'll go ahead and extend my waistline to my zipper allowance, and I'll take out my zipper bulge. I'll come in by 0.75 this way. Then I'll connect it up. And from the waistline, I'll take it down this way, okay? And this is what I have. I'll go ahead and extend my basque line to my zipper allowance this way, in a straight line, okay? Make sure it is straight. And this is it, okay? So now from the chest line, I'll come down by 1 inches. Remember, from the chest line of the front part, that's from the side, we came down by 1 inches. I repeat the same process on the side of my back, okay? On the back part, so that both sides will be equal while sewing. You can see what we have here, okay? So this is all for the back part. The next thing is to cut it out. Let's do that, guys. Cut out your zipper bulge. Open up your darts. And this is what we have for the back. Please make sure you add an allowance in between. Very important, and by the side also, okay? So now let's go over to the gathers part. That is our bubble part, okay? After you're done joining the upper part of your dress, after you're done sewing it, like sewing the upper parts and joining them side by side, okay, just go ahead and measure out what you have at the down part. That's the circumference of your waist. Measure it round, all round, okay? This is just one part of it. Measure it round, okay? Measure your waist round. Whatever you have is what you'll be using to get the gathers part. Let's take for an instance, I have 30. So go ahead and times this 30 by 2, okay? 30 times 2. Then I have 60, times it by 2 because you'll be gathering it back to the upper part. Then this 60, I will times it by 7, divide by 44. I have 9.5, okay? 9.5. You can use this formula if you want to, or you can go ahead and divide your 60 by 6.25, okay? 60 divided by 6.25, you have 9.6. So they are both the same thing. Anyone you want to use, you can use any of it, okay? To get your flay. We're cutting this in form of a flay, and then we gather it back, okay? By so doing, you have the bubble effect will come out very well instead of just cutting it straight like normal gathers, okay? So here's my pattern. I'll go ahead and fold it into 2, okay? This pattern represents your fabric. Fold it into 2 this way, and after that you fold it again, okay, making it 4-fold, okay? So my pattern here is unfold into 4. So from this end, from this sharp point, I'll mark out my 9.5, okay? I'll mark out my 9.5 round, just the way you see me doing. Then I'll go ahead and connect it together this way. So the next thing is to get the length of my gathers, okay? Now for the length, my half length is 18, okay? My shoulder to my half length is 17, sorry. Then I came down by 2 inches, making it 19. So my full length is 39 minus 19, I have 20. From my shoulder to my full length is 39. Go ahead and minus your half length from it, I have 20, okay? So this 20, go ahead and add extra 5 inches to it for the bubble effect, okay? So here, I'll go ahead and measure out my 25. What I have here is not 25, but measure out your 25, just the way you see me doing. My actual length is 20, added extra 5 inches to it, okay? So now I'll go ahead and cut out my pattern. Then I'll open up this part. This is the part that will go towards the zip side, and this is what I have, okay? So now this pattern, I'll go ahead and use it and cut out another of it. We're making use of 2 of it, okay? But the second one will be shorter than the first one by 4 inches. Okay, this pattern here is 25 inches in length. Okay, so this, that is the height of this pattern is 25. Remember I said you should mark 25 inches. Then the second one will be 20 inches or 21 inches. Okay, so now you go ahead and join them at the base, both the first and the second one. By so doing, the first one will come inside this way. Okay, you go ahead and join them at the base of your base of it. Okay, join the both of them at the base. After you're done doing that, you join the both of them at the waistline. Okay, by so doing, the first one will come in by 4 inches, and then you gather it back and then fix it to the upper part of your dress. I believe you understand what I mean. So let's go back to the turtleneck part. Go ahead and measure the circumference of your neck. Okay, measure it round. Let's take for an instance you have 17, times it by 7 and then divide it by 44. Okay, my final answer here is 2.74. This value times it by 4. Okay, then you have 10.8. Okay, this is for the turtleneck part. This is the formula. I have 10.8 as my final answer. So now from this sharp edge, I'll mark out my 10.8. If you want your turtleneck to relax very well, please go ahead and use this formula to achieve it. By so doing, it will relax perfectly on your neckline, okay, without gapping. So here I have my 10.8. After that, I'll go ahead and connect them together. I'll connect it together this way. Here is the base of my turtleneck. Here is the base, okay. So now from the base, I'll come up by 1.5 inches. Depending on what you want to make use of, you can go ahead and make use of 2 inches if you want to. But here I came up by 1.5 inches. Then I'll connect it together this way. So next thing is to cut it out. And this is my turtleneck, okay. This is what we have over here. So I'll go ahead and fix it this way to my fabric. Get the midpoint of your turtleneck. Get the midpoint this way. Then fix it to the midpoint of your dress. Fix it round this way, okay. Just the way you see me doing, fix it this way, okay. And at the back you put your loop and also your button or your hook, anyone. And this is what you'll be having. So thank you all for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and also share for more videos. Okay, so see you guys in my next class. Bye.